What's up guys, welcome back to another Epic 7 video. Today we'll be making a 2025 headhunting tier list for Guild War offense. Also, Happy New Year. Hope you guys all had a wonderful Christmas and spent the holidays with your family and loved ones. And to a great new year. I'll be going over in detail the God tier, meta tier, pick sometimes tier, and very slightly for if you have everybody else in this top 3, then maybe you want to pick some characters for RTA. But yeah, hope you enjoy. In the God tier, first we have Barunka. Obviously, I'm pretty sure everybody knows by now, Barunka is literally like the most broken character in the game, forcing everyone to just hit her, no matter what element. So she's just overall a really good tank for Guild War. You can use her on like Proof of Valor, Holy Sack, Noble Oath. You can even use her on like a counter Rocket Punch build for damage for some comps. So yeah, definitely would recommend Brunka if you don't already have her. Next up is Ilanav. She's probably the best knight in the game, especially in Guild War. Giving pen resistance. Usually we run her on like a pot set, either Aureus, Rise of Monarch, or some sort of mitigation, Adamant Shield. And she just mitigates way too much damage. She cycles when your team gets hit, and just a insane unit. The pen resistance is just because so many units pen, so she just reduces most of the damage. Next we have ML Luna. Obviously, this unit, when you soul burn her S3, she seals and unbuffables you, so that just removes half or more than half of the characters in the entire game, especially if they have no cleanse. So yeah, that's why she's in the God tier. I think Ruel, after her EE change, is God tier as well. She has damage limit, heals, barrier, invincibility. For an ally, she S3s and herself. She can revive even if she dies out of turn, and she gets CR push. So really a solid Soul Weaver. Next we have Spirit Isoline. Being a light character and in a Guild War environment where it's just controlled by AI, all the dark units will hit into her, and as long as they crit, she's going to slap back. She can revive. Soul Burn with her EE does insane amount of damage. She can cleanse. Yeah, just a really solid character. Next in the meta tier, we have Harsetti. She's just able to slow down everybody in the game. So let's say your opponent has like a faster comp, you can just pick Harsetti with 2 tank down units, or you can pick a Harsetti Flan, or just Harsetti with like one of the comps we used often was Harsetti, Momo, and like Mort, and you just have Harsetti as like the single damage dealer against the Setsuka comps. You know, so Setsuka, BBK, Lady, stuff like that. So definitely gives you an advantage over Guild War defenses that have some speed. Next up, I have Belian in here. Since Frieren is just roaming around a bunch of Guild War defenses, she single-handedly shuts down Frieren. And with 3F, a lot of times she's just one-shots them. Or even your team can one-shot them since Frieren doesn't have souls. Next we have Dragon Bride Senya. And again, I mean, I haven't been using Dragon Bride Senya often lately, but she's still really good, especially when you have like a dark unit in the back that you can protect and you force the enemy to hit them. And when basically, since it's like AI controlled, it's forced to proc and you just get free insane damage. And she's also getting a buff, so hopefully that'll help her out too. Next up we have ML Shu. This unit is insane in the current meta since everybody is running like Setsuka, Nurse Yulha, Brunka, and all these like tanky units that take forever to kill, and Shu is able to just slowly injure them down and just kill them eventually. So yeah, really top tier character for Guild War. Next I put Sylvan Sage. She's immune to debuffs as long as she has 3 focus, and she can heal her team, and she's just a self-sufficient carry that scales her attack every time she hits something. So yeah, I bring her often into like Witch of the Mirror Tenebria Setsuka since I can't be like stopped. Yeah, it's a really solid character. Next up we also have Lionheart Sermia. She's also really strong right now. well, mainly against like Frieren, Brunkas, anything that does like an extra attack, she's really solid against. So a lot of the comps you can use are like Lady, Elvira, Lionheart, or just like back then we used like Lionheart, Pilis, Roana, stuff like that. She's still really solid. Next we have FCC. Probably like the best knight against Renak and any fixed damage. So yeah, this is who I'm going to be picking because I actually still don't have FCC, and fixed damage is going to be pretty relevant in this game. I'm pretty sure, since they're also introducing a new set that increases fixed damage. Next we have Hangai. He is really good to any debuffer since he can just self cleanse and cleanse your whole team immune to attack buff. So just overall solid character. Strays is really good nowadays too, since most of the defenses have like a bunch of tanks. He's able to one-shot penetrate defense of the highest HP character, so just don't bring him into Ilanav unless you can seal the Ilanav. But careful, some of the Ilanavs on defense are like fast with ER to cut before Strays goes, so that could screw you over. Next up we have Dark Corvus. I mean, Dark Corvus is just Dark Corvus, right? Just slowly one-shots people. With the introduction of Aram, you can just Dark Corvus S3 on the first turn, so it's pretty helpful against some of the comps. Lastly, we have Briar Witch. I was hesitating to put her in like pick sometimes along with Cleave, but she's pretty much, I would say, like the best unit to use for cleaving if you have like top speed, right? You can just slam your top speed gear on her and she just goes crazy. If you're not too fast, then I would put her down here with the rest of the cleave units, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, this unit is really strong with anti revive and defense break, AoE, along with Fenris artifact, renewed will, to push up the rest of your team to bridge. So solid unit. I'll go over the pick sometimes tier now. So first we have Bystander Huayang. With since all of the light units in defense are really popular right now, this unit can just one-shot most of them, since she ignores damage mitigation and damage sharing effects. When you sold her an S3, she extincts them as well, so it's really good into like Maid, Brunka, Ruel, Ross, any light character basically. Next we have Navy Captain Landy. I know this is not really a popular offense unit, but I use her quite often as like a buff stacker. Since she gives anti-crit to your whole team, I run her on prot set, and as long as your characters have immunity, you can buff stack against things like Witch of the Mere Tenebria. Next we have LRK. He's just a solid knight against AoE damage, and he just does true damage as well since he penetrates defense, so it's pretty good. Next we have MLK Ron. He's also pretty solid against certain comps that can't kill him. I think most people pair him with like Christie or like Shooting Star KDs. I don't have him, but I know he's pretty strong. He does a lot of fixed damage and injures now, so pretty solid unit. Next we have Maid Chloe. She provides the same passive as FCC to mitigate fixed damage, and she heals every turn. She has revive, defense buff, so I don't use her that often either, but she's a pretty solid character. Next I just have solid DDR A-Town. I'm just gonna group them together. They're not used that much anymore since focus characters are out of the meta. DDR is just has a bit of RNG. A-Town is usually paired with Politis, but we don't use that often anymore, but they're still pretty solid when you can use them, so that's why I have them here. They're just CC bots basically. And then everything else here is a cleave character basically. So when you're given the opportunity to like safely cleave a character, these are really good. So, and the last tier I'll talk about is if you have everybody else here and you want to pick someone for RTA, I guess. So these are like some decent RTA characters like Abyssal Euphine. People were running her on like Prot Aureus before, or even like the damage build. Conquerless, if you have like really fast gear, pair with any Vigor character like New Kid Aiden, Summer Huayang. Arya is good for turn 2 and denying souls. we're not denying souls, but making them cost more. So this was picked a lot in RTA with Sea Phantom Potus on like Bastion of Hope ER build and such to prevent Luna. Arabi got buffed. I think she's pretty solid now, but she's a pretty good anchor and she can revive your team. Lone Wolf Hero is also just an overall decent unit. I don't pick her too much in Guild Wars, so that's why she's not in the pick sometimes tier, but I think she could easily like be here as well, so I'll just put her here. Dilibet's really good against debuffers like Witch of the Mirror Tenebria, which you may see in RTA. Just a solid pick against any debuff heavy team as she's able to self cleanse and cleanse her team and push up. And Sage Ball is just good anti cleave. I wouldn't really pick any of the characters under here, and obviously we can't pick Yilharas, Lady, Witch, or Ainz. So yeah, good luck headhunting.